humans, we do numerous activities throughout our lives. Eating, drinking, and sleeping are just some of these. Yet, what is in charge of all of this? Well, the answer is your brain, and today we'll be discussing how the human brain evolved to enable us to function. But what is the brain, and more importantly, how does the brain function? The brain is one of the largest and most complex organs of the human body. It includes three main parts. These include the cerebrum, cerebellum, and the spinal cord. The cerebrum is the largest part of the brain and is responsible for memory, speech, senses, and emotion. The cerebrum can also be further divided into four sections called lobes. These are namely the frontal lobe, the parietal lobe, the occipital lobe, and the temporal lobe. The frontal lobe is the front part of the cerebrum. This lobe controls many cognitive skills such as emotional expressions, problem solving, memory, judgment, and sexual behaviors. The parietal lobe is located at the top of the cerebrum and is in charge of processing sensory information. The third section or lobe of the cerebrum is called the occipital lobe. The occipital lobe is located at the back of the cerebrum and is primarily responsible for vision. This part of the brain is the part which receives the electric signals from the retina of the eye. Finally, the temporal lobe, which is found at the bottom of the cerebrum, involved in vision, memory, sensory input, language, emotion, and comprehension. Now let's move on to the cerebellum. The cerebellum coordinates and is responsible for posture, balance, coordination, and speech. The spinal cord, which is the third main part of the brain, has two main responsibilities. These include connecting a large part of the nervous system to the brain and also acting as a mirror coordinating center, which is responsible for simple reflexes. The brain is also made up of neurons, which are cells in the nervous system that transmit information from one neuron to the other. The brain of a mammal ranges from 100 million neurons to 100 billion neurons. Homo sapiens sapiens, which is the scientific name for a modern human, has 100 billion neurons. We also have a memory of 2 petabytes, which is 2 million gigabytes, and a cranial capacity of 1,350 cubic centimeters. But how did our brain get this big, and what makes us the most intelligent beings currently in this planet? Well, it first started to evolve approximately 7 million years ago in our ape ancestors in Eastern Africa. However, East Africa was not as we know it. The terrain consisted of a large rainforest. Yet all of this was beginning to change. Due to a rift opening up in the east coast of Africa, mountains began to form and prevented moisture from the Indian Ocean coming inland, causing rainforest to slowly become a savanna. The common ancestor of chimpanzees and us were in trouble. Slowly, our ancestors diverged from this common ancestor and began to move out of the rainforest, adapting along the way, such as walking upright. The first ape known to walk upright was in the genus Australopithecus. Due to the change in habitat and learning to walk upright, our feet changed shape to support our weight when upright and to make us walk upright more efficiently. The first species of human to have had similar feet to ours were called Homo erectus. This new experience allowed us to adapt more and learn more, hence expanding our cranial capacity. This made us more intelligent. As we can see, the evolution of humans as a species heavily influenced the evolution of our human brain. As time went on, the brain increased its memory and cranial capacity. Yet again, around 2 million years ago, the ancestors of modern humans began consuming meat, becoming omnivores. This was due to many plants dying due to the changing climate, causing our ancestors to look to meat for survival. This adaptation allowed us to learn new things such as to hunt and create new things such as tools to hunt our prey or create clothing from animal skins and hide. This again allowed our brains to learn new things, expand and evolve once more, making us more intelligent. However, approximately 1.5 million years ago, our ancestors made a discovery, one that would change their lives forever, one that would change the future as we know it, one that caused their brains to change, to evolve. Our ancestors discovered fire. The discovery of fire caused the meat that was cooked by it to become more healthy as it was rich in nutrients. The nutrients gained from this newly cooked meat enabled our brains to grow, to become better, to become healthier. A healthier brain meant we were prone to less diseases and open to more knowledge. This caused us to become more intelligent and caused our brains to evolve. As time went on, we kept evolving and becoming better. As evolution occurred, the brain evolved with it, until two species had an equal cranial capacity. These species were Homo neanderthalensis and Homo sapiens. Both having a cranial capacity of 1,350 cubic centimeters, they were equally intelligent, yet only one survives today, Homo sapiens. Why was this? Well, research suggests that it was not only intelligence that led to the extinction of Homo neanderthalensis. It is because Homo sapiens had a larger voice box, which was also another factor which caused our brains to evolve. Having a larger voice box allowed them to communicate easily so they could locate moving herds in order to hunt them for food. Homo neanderthalensis couldn't do this as its voice box was too small. These small mutations were what led us to adapt to the world around us, making us more intelligent and causing our brains to evolve into one like no other. The human brain is truly a wonder.